Hello Internetians, my name is Josh, aka ultraplayer, and I am your coach of the West Virginia MIniors. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Ultimate Battle League. Today, we are here for our Week 4 battle as we are taking on Vepsis and his Helsinki Hydreigons today. Make sure to go check him out in the description below, and let us get into it. So the first thing I need to talk about is the fact that we are on Showdown instead of on Wi-Fi. And the reason for this is because unfortunately, we disconnected, and then it just became a pain to recreate it with all the things that we had to do. So we eventually just hopped on Showdown and decided to finish it here, which is unfortunate, but it does make it a little bit easier for me to record and everything. So that's me that. But as you can see, the 6 mons on his screen that he decided to bring, as well as 6 mons that I decided to bring. If you want to know what I'm bringing, why I'm bringing it, the EVs, the movesets, the thought process, and the plan overall behind this entire team, there's a team builder that I put up yesterday that goes very in depth in all of this. But as a quick recap, I just realized that. Oops, there we go. But as a quick recap, I'm bringing a something. So that's gonna be the team I'm bringing. What am I bringing? That's a good question. Okay, well, we're just gonna edit all that out. We're bringing in a Mawile Z, Nasty Plot, Porygon Z. We are bringing a bulky pivot, a Alolan Persian. We're bringing a physical bias mix, Mega Sceptile, Defensive Celesteela, Assault Vest, Tentacruel, and then a Colberry Mesprit today. So as you can see, the 6 mons on his side of the screen that he decided to bring. He brings his Mega Blade, his Scizor, his Moltres, his Piloswine, his Alolan Monk, and his Celebi. So if you just watch my team builder, you know that this is not the 6 that I expected in any way, shape, or form. There's no Greninja, there's no Alomomola, there's no basically anything. So I was very much caught off guard immediately, but I know overall that I'm going to be decent. I shouldn't be too bad against this team. So leading off, I'm going to lead off with my Scizor because it basically gives me a good matchup versus just about anything that he could lead with. As he's going to lead with a Scizor, and I'm going to immediately just U-turn on out of there. I don't believe this to be a Scarf Scizor, and I just want to get out of there and bring in my Tentacool, which will be able to offensively check the Mesprit he brings in. And I will be going for Surf here as to, you know, let me slow this down a little bit. Surf to, you know, attack what's in front of me, and then when he brings out the Celebi, I'm going to click Sludge Bomb, and I'm going to realize that this Celebi is actually fully specially defensive and can take on my attacks rather well. So he goes for Recover there. The reason he goes for Recover is because originally he clicked Zen Headbutt and missed, which is unfortunate. So he's just going to recover twice to mitigate that as I bring in my Alolan Persian, and I will just be going for the U-turn, as the U-turn will be able to let me get momentum. And when he brings out a Scizor, I'm going to bring out my Sceptile, and then I'm going to double out, predicting, trying to scout for an Octoberry and going to my Celesteela. If he goes for U-turn, he'll bring in the Moltres, which I can switch into, and if he brings in something like the Mutt, I can click Lead Seed versus that if I want to. And that's actually what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to click the Lead Seed, and we're going to find out that his initial switch-in is this Celebi, which is unfortunate because I'm not actually carrying Air Slash. So I'm going to bring out my Mesprit here, as last time I went, as I think it's my best switch-in, and I can get a Brox, as he is going to go into his Scizor as I click the rocks, and then I'm going to go out to my Celesteela. And I'm quickly figuring out that this team is going to be very obnoxious to break. He has ways to easily get rid of rocks, should he need to. He has easily ways to pivot on a lot of my threats, and I know that my Porygon Z is going to be my way to break this, so I got to get my Porygon Z in as soon as possible. Quick and Flamethrower, I realize that I'm not going to be doing damage to this Celebi, and here I'm going to be switching out into my Alolan Persian as he goes into the Moltres, and I'm going to bring in my Tentacruel. I should have stayed in to scout whether or not he's going to be Scarfed, because I wasn't too bad off taking damage, but regardless, I'm going to bring out my Tentacruel as he brings out his Gallade. I'm going to harden my Mesprit as it can take on the attack and get off a Dazzling Gleam, and you're going to see you can go for Swords Dent here. Now, I Calgate, and I know my Alolan Persian can live a +2 X Scissor, so I'm going to go into that and try and check it with the Foul Play, but unfortunately, he decided that my Tentacruel was not important enough for him to run Jolly, so he's actually going to be adamant and knock me out, which is very unfortunate, because now I have to sack a whole bunch of mons to get damage off on this thing to put it in range of something like my Mega Sceptile. So I'm going to go into my Celesteela because I know I can take a hit. Click the Heavy Slam, and then after the Drain Punch, he's going to get back to a decent amount of HP. And I'm going to have to go into my Tentacruel. And in the original game, I actually outsped him and clicked Surf and got some damage off. But in this one, it turns out it was a speed tie. I should have gone 1 point higher with my Tentacruel, but I got some Surf damage off, so it put him in range of Leaf Blade from Sceptile. So here, he's just going to click Swords Dance again to help me get that damage back on. And this is about where we, the seed was after I clicked Leaf, actually a few turns from here. So I clicked Leaf Blade as he goes into Celebi. Actually, I clicked Earthquake, predicting the Muck to come in, which is what I should have done earlier. But here I'm going to go for Exeter and knock out the Celebi. So it's not a 6-0, which is very nice, but it's definitely looking like really, really bad. But my Sceptile can potentially win if he misses a hit with his Moltres later on. But I'm going to go into my Mesprit, try and get up some rocks, as he's actually going to go for the Air Slash. And I go for Knockoff here because getting rid of the Mesprit's Choice Scarf is my best chance of winning because of my Porygon Z in the background. But he's actually going to go into his Scizor, reveal that he has Metal Coat, and I'm going to go ahead and get up my rocks here. And this is where we came back, was that turn right there. So here I'm going to go into my Sceptile, predicting Defog, but unfortunately I make that play completely wrong, and I would have been able to do something there, but unfortunately that's actually going to be the game, because he's going to bring in his Sceptile. My Mesprit's not going to live an attack because I brought Colbur instead of taking it, because I built that Mesprit way too fast. And then my Porygon Z is not going to live a Drain Punch. So unfortunately, we're going to take our first L here in the UBL, being a big 5-0 loss, which is very unfortunate. But good game to Vepsis. I knew that I was going to have trouble winning this game in the first place, because that's just how good Vepsis is in general. So that's very unfortunate, but that's the way it works sometimes. Next week, we will be taking on Frosted and her Copenhagen Sawsbuck. So I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. I'm sorry that it was a really short battle, actually. Wow, that's the shortest battle I've had in a long time. But it was Showdown. But that's the game. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.